All right, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. This is Dick Morris, and he's talking about pre-existing conditions with insurance and the scare tactics that the Democrats are using for this. Don't believe it. Here's what he says.
The Democrats are settling on a number of lines to try to scare the hell out of voters to get them to vote to give the Democrats control of Congress. And today's video and over the next 3 or 4, I'm going to be outlining the truth about those scare tactics. First, let's talk about pre-existing conditions. Democrats are saying that the Republicans want to eliminate mandatory coverage for pre-existing conditions. That is totally not true. There is currently coverage for all pre-existing conditions under Obamacare, and each of the replacement programs that Republicans have put forward cover pre-existing conditions and stop insurance companies from cutting coverage for that. It's an absolute charade. It's totally untrue. There is no chance that pre-existing conditions are going not to be covered under whatever emerges. In general, the issue of health care is one the Democrats are pushing, and they're talking about Medicare for all. Well, Medicare for all will become Medicaid for all, not the savings-based program that we're used to, where you put your money in and then you take your money out, but rather a welfare program, hand-to-mouth, where each year's appropriations pays for Medicaid, and if there's a shortfall, they just cut the services offered in the program. And with Medicaid come limitations on doctors' visits, limitations on elective surgery, requirements for pre-approval for most treatments, and long waiting periods for elective surgery, and all kinds of stuff like that that you don't really want and that you don't have under Medicare. When they expand the Medicare pool, as the Democrats are proposing, to cover 150 or 200 million new people, that money is going to bankrupt the Medicare fund, and it'll then go to Medicaid, a hand-to-mouth operation funded out of each year's budget. The other point, of course, is that if you expand the amount of medical care in the country without expanding the number of doctors or nurses, you're going to have these huge bottlenecks, waiting periods, unavailability that you have in Canada and Britain. So I'm telling you all this so you can go out and argue with your uncommitted friends and help persuade them to vote Republican this year. Today's lunch alert is...
All right, so there you are. There you are. A simple, factual situation. These guys research the most of stuff. They don't just say it off the cuff. Anyhow, think about the consequences of political decisions and political policies before you vote. What party is best serving you and helping you move forward? Again, this is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Vote Republic, and let's save this nation. There's too much at risk. The Democrats and even some of the Republicans hate Trump and want him out. Think about that. That's why I voted for him, is because both parties were against him because he was not a traditional politician. And they didn't want him rocking the boat. Well, Trump has fully rocked the boat and will continue to do so, and to do great things to not even help this country be great again, but to balance the budget, to cut surpluses, to have people be held accountable both in the judicial system and in both parties. Sure, he favors the Republican Party, but he is also going to get those people in the deep state, if he can, held accountable for their fiascos or for their finagling. And he doesn't put up with the press. And there's Roger Martin for Billings, Montana. Go with Trump. A lot more blacks, Latinos, and Asians are going for Trump. The Democratic Party is in serious disarray. No one is talking about how many problems they're having. Even in places like California and New York, they're having problems with Democrats being united on a front. It's just not as solid as they think that it is, and I would not be surprised that the Republicans gain more seats in the Congress than they currently have. And this is Roger Martin from Village, Montana. Good day.